Hey, bro. Just got done fixing up the old bridge. Would've done it sooner, but Cromdo wanted me to pay him for the rights of repair. Whatever that means. Anyway, no need to thank me. Just go find Shelda, alright?
Hey, buddy, I've got another surprise for you. Let's go see your hut.
I lifted your crib, dog!
Woo! That's right. You've got a 2-floor apartment now. You're really moving up in the world, huh? I was just thinking you've gotten so many presents from the rest of us, you were probably running out of room. I even asked Chandlo for a 3rd floor, but he said something about restricted airspace.
Filbro, as mayor of Snacksburg, you really ought to read up on our zoning guidelines.
Yeah, I'll do that. In the meantime, buddy, I can't wait to see what you do with your new place.
Grump, yeah, dog! Especially after we send you even more stuff!
You're okay. You are okay, right? No drowsiness, numbness, or missing limbs? Sorry. Don't mind me. I got the rest of the snacks. Okay. Next she says... Oh. She says we need 3 Grumpuses to do the final step. No. This mountain is unstable. The more of us there are stomping around up here, the more likely it is we'll cause a disaster. I can't let anybody else get hurt for my sake. I feel bad enough involving you. Oh, what would Lizbert do? Ask Filbo. Liz trusts Filbo for some reason. I'll wait for you here. Watch your step on the way back down, okay?
You do? With what? Really? Oh, buddy, say no more. I am there. This is a big mountain, huh? A lot of steps.
Grump, I knew this was a bad idea.
I'm fine, really. Oh, hey, you look just like my friend Agabel. Agabel! Oh, it's really you! Oh, you're here, alive, and not dead!
Yes, it's me, Filbo. Calm down, you'll hyperventilate.
Huh? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, are you coming back to Snacksburg?
Come on, get up. Let's get this door open before altitude sickness kicks in.
Oh, Agabel, it's so good to see you. I can't believe you've been up here all this time. You're so, different.
That's right. The soft little Agabel you knew is gone.
Yeah, you really came out of your shell, huh? Hey, so why do you want my help? I thought you would have asked Chandlo.
Chandlo's got Snorpy to worry about. Besides, you've been following Liz around for years.
What? I don't follow her around?
Uh-huh. Point is, I know you care. And since I need 3 Grumps, you might as well be one of them.
Whoa, what is that thing?
Liz thought it might be some kind of ancient temple to Bugsnaxs.
Oh, wait a minute. If this door takes 3 of us to open, how would Lizbert get inside by herself? What makes you think she's behind it?
Because she has to be. I looked everywhere else.
Well, it definitely looks important. How do we, get in?
Right. We need to stand here, here, and here. On 3, we push. This is it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Grump! I could have killed us all! What did I do wrong?
Hey, it's okay, Eggabell. That was kind of scary, but we're fine. We'll just try it again and...
No, I'll try it again. You 2 are going home.
Eggabell, I want to find Lizbert just as badly as you do. You don't have to do this alone.
Yes, I do! I'm a burden to everybody around me. That's why she's gone.
What do you mean?
I was being stupid, and I slipped up on the cliffs while I was trying to show off. The earthquake hit, and I was gonna fall, but Liz saved me, like she always does. She got swept away, and then the ground opened beneath her, and it swallowed her up.
I'm so sorry, Eggabell.
Don't be. I'm used to it. Please, just go. I can't stand to see anyone else hurt.
You know, when I was looking for Lizbert, I got really hungry. I couldn't catch Bugsnaxs, so I tried eating this purple flower, but then I threw up, and then I went blind for a bit, and then I fell in a hole, and by the time I dragged myself out of there, I was so tired and hungry I could barely move. That's when we met, buddy.
Filbo, that's awful.
It was. 'Cause, you know, I can't make it on my own like you and Lizbert. And it's times like those when I could really use a doctor.
All right. I get it. I need some time to think. I still want to figure out what I got wrong. When I do, I'll come find you.
And then we'll find Liz together.
Thank you, Filbo. Stay safe.
I'm afraid we went after the wrong target. The mountain is now more active than ever. But the good news is I've isolated the source of this seismic activity. The bad news is it's on the frosted peak, and this time I've no idea what it might be. Be on your toes, chum. This one could get messy.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
You're almost there, chum. You should see some flares along the way. Though you may need help lighting them. Ha ha ha! It's the last place the Grumpinati would expect me to be. That, and I'd hate to make you do such a dangerous mission alone. Here we are, at the source of the seismic readings. But where is the cause? It's still a little dark in here. Perhaps you should light that suspicious candle. That's it! The Grumpinati's secret weapon! Quickly, chum! Dispose of this devious dessert before it brings the mountain down on us! Blast it! That clever cake has buggered off! Well, not to worry. According to my readings, it's still around here somewhere. We'd better go find it and finish the job. Ah, there it is! No escape now, you cunning confection! Another tactical retreat! Chin up, chum! We've almost got it! Aha! I've got it in my sights! What say we take the cake? Brilliant work! The seismic activity has ceased for the moment. You know, for a secret weapon, that was a little lacking in subtlety. Who do the Grumpinati think they're fooling? I mean, honestly, what natural evolutionary process could possibly result in a birthday cake? But, no matter. Feed me the cake legs and we can leave this dreadful mountain. A happy birthday indeed. Thanks to you, we saved the island. Now let's hurry back to Snacksburg post-haste. My paws are about to freeze off.
Snorpy, what the grump? You climbed up the mountain? Without me? Grumping, why?
I wish I could tell you.
Then tell me! I'm done playing games, dog! You could have died up there! And then what would I do, huh?
I'm sorry, Chandlo.
That was not cool. Just... I gotta chill out. You figure out when you're ready to talk to me.
I know he hates being in the dark, and I hate leaving him there. I want to tell him everything, but I don't want to lose him. Is that really it? No. The truth is, I don't think he'll believe me. But now it seems like I might lose him whether I tell him or not. So congratulations, Grumpinati. You win.
Thanks, I guess. No, what's the point? You already know I'm a fraud. I might as well save my energy. Well, it's not entirely an act. I really do mean everything I say. It's just... nobody's gonna listen to Shelsy Woolbag from Nowheresville. But they will listen to Shelda! One who is wise, one who is pure, one who is invincible. I have to set an example for the others. I can't let Bugsnaxs have power over me. I'm supposed to be better than that. I ate them. Because I'm not better than that. Despite all my years, I'm still weak and clueless. If I've got any wisdom left to share, it's how not to end up like me.
Chum, I need your help with a matter of grave importance. You see, my seismic readings have been off the charts today, and I fear something terrible is happening just off the coast. Chandlo and I are headed to Simmering Springs to investigate, and I'd be greatly reassured if you could join us. Splendid! Meet us there whenever you get the chance. In the meantime, we have preparations to make. Chandlo, ready the sunscreen!
Okay. Oh? Right. You are a journalist after all. Honestly, I'm nothing special, but if you really want to know more about me, I'll answer your questions. Dr. Eggabell Batternugget, MD. Well, in school, I focused on endocrinology, but the clinic I worked at was so small. In practice, I wound up doing family medicine. Come on, you know why. Lizbert said I didn't have to come, that she'd be back to see me whenever she could, but I wasn't gonna let myself get left behind. They're a perfectly balanced source of nutrition with upsetting side effects that are otherwise harmless. They make me feel like, for a little while, nothing else in the world matters. That can be nice sometimes. Wait, you're allergic to Bugsnaxs? What have you been eating all this time? Okay, good. It's not the healthiest diet long term, but Gramble and Shelda are doing all right. I'll give you a checkup once we've brought Liz back home. We've covered that already. I know everything about Liz, but somehow she's still a mystery to me. It's been like that since day one. I was working at my clinic in the middle of nowhere, thinking about how, once again, I didn't have any plans for the weekend, when Elizabeth Megafig literally kicked down my door and immediately passed out. Her injuries were pretty serious. Bone fractures, full-body contusions, and way less blood than she ought to have. When she was conscious again, she told me all about her adventures. The ruin collapse that nearly killed her. The treasure of Grumpsylvania. Everything. The second she could walk, Liz tried going right back to those ruins. I couldn't stop her, so I decided to go with her, just to make sure she'd be okay. And one amazing adventure later, I quit my job and left town with the love of my life. Oh, we're done? Well, thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you know how to use the projector, right? Here, take this. It's nice to look back on the good times once in a while, and I think you'd like to see it. Well, I'll get back to it. Stay safe out there.
Matza!
I suppose so. There's only one more place mentioned in Grandma's journal. We've got to head for the Frosted Peak. We're almost there. Almost caught up to Grandma Lotta blog. Grandma writes about the view from the top. Means we ought to start climbing, don't you think? This is it, all right. This camp had to be one of Grandma's. And I'm thinking that could be her right there. It'd be a fitting way to go, staring out over the land she loved exploring. And what's this snack? Maybe a last meal, or... Wait. Even when I was a kid, Grandma didn't have too many teeth. This can't be her. Unless I'm remembering wrong. Or she got spares? It's been so long, I suppose I can't say. If I want to be dead sure, I need an expert.
I'm sorry to say, Professor Lotteblog, but you and this charming specimen are not related.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Thanks for the help.
May I keep it? I could use a few more skeletons in my closet.
Go ahead. It doesn't really matter now anyway. I'm not doing too good. I'll never know what happened to my grandma. The end of Bronica Lottablog is a big blank spot in history. There's nothing left of her here. Just like everybody else who came to this island. A place where you go to be forgotten. A place where I'll be forgotten. But, you know, maybe at least the Bugsnaxs will remember me.
Aw, yeah! I always wanted to have a beach party. Need me to sunscreen your back, Snorp Dog?
No need, Chandler. I'm well protected. I can tolerate the horrible sun for at least a few minutes.
You sure? I could check if you missed a spot.
Best to keep our wits about us. This seismic event could happen any moment.
Bro, what was that? They're not usually this intense.
An anomaly, to be sure, but it ended surprisingly quick.
It's a new island, dog! We gotta go over there!
Must we? Yes, of course. But surely this job is bigger than the three of us. We need to form a miniature expedition. A gathering of our finest scientific minds. Of course, that means Trithany and... Floofty.
Ooh, get Shelda too!
Shelda? Well, she's hardly qualified.
You said you want the finest minds, and Shelda's loaded with wisdom. Bam! Team assembled!
Oh, I suppose she is an herbalist, and the closest thing we have to a doctor without Eggabell around. Very well. Tell Triffany, Floofty, and Shelder to come to the beach. Chandler and I will stay here to prepare a way across.
Get hype!
Nice to see ya. Oh, you better believe I do. Islands don't just pop into being every day, you know. I got no business left here, so I'll go on ahead and meet you on the beach.
Blessing. You're asking me? Well, of course. Your need for guidance is great. Despite the peril, one will show you the path. And that scary little island. If it's what I think it is, there's something there I need to see.
So an unknown piece of geography has erupted from the ocean, unexplained and unstable, likely to sink again at any moment. So of course I'm going. I will gather my equipment.
So soon? We're not quite ready. We could use another few days of assessment.
What are you talking about, Snorp Dog? We got the raft ready in record time. Let's go get everybody.
Of course, Chandler.
Alrighty, I'm here and ready to explore. Ooh, nice work on that raft there, Chandlo.
Thanks, Brophany.
Indeed. If it is not more than a finely crafted tomb for the foolish wanderers.
Of course Snorpington can get volunteers. But it seems a vagrant has wandered into our expedition. Snacksburg is that way, Shelder.
Be still your wicked tongue. One must show respect to one's elders.
I will respect you as soon as you do something respectable.
No, you think so highly of yourself that you alone are they who can know the unknowable? No! You bring ruin to all that you touch. Ruin to Eggabell. Ruin to Elizabeth. Ruin to your own flesh and blood.
I'm starting to think this might not have been the best idea. You know, 6 folks is a lot for one raft. Maybe one of us ought to stay back home?
Which one?
We're all going. Me and Snorpy can hold it together.
Actually, Chandler, well, I was thinking you and I should stay here and supervise.
What? Bro, why'd I build all this stuff if we're not going? Don't you want to know what's on the new island?
Well, of course I do, but look at that thing. That island is a death trap.
Come on, Snorp Dog. It's probably fine. Look, I gotta go out there. They need me.
Yes, somebody needs to carry this septuagenarian.
Shut it.
You can go if you must, Chandler, but I'm staying here.
But bro, we do everything together. What if something happens to you while I'm gone?
Me? Well, I'll be on this lovely beach. What if something happens to you?
Yes, you can both be struck by a meteor at any moment. Honestly, they do this every time Chandlo goes to check the mail. Can we stop wasting time and get on with this expedition before I'm as old as Shelder?
You two are like mirrors, reflecting endlessly. One must look away from the infinite abyss and gaze down only at oneself.
What?
Far be it for me to give anyone life advice, but there's nothing wrong with a little time apart. It's healthy, even.
All right. If you all say so.
Don't worry, I'll be in radio contact the entire time. And I've got trackers on at least 3 of you.
Right. Okay. Then let's get this party started! Bro, I'll let you do the honors. Just jump on the raft when you're ready. All right, Snorp Dog. We made it to the other island. We found some kind of reef cove thing to land on.
Chandler, listen to me. It's very important. You need to understand that remote
detonator.
Snorpy! Oh, Grump, the radio's broken!
No, I think we're just out of range. Or there could be some interference going on.
Oh, how unfortunate. I suppose we will have to proceed without Snorpington's so-called supervision.
But maybe we should go back and tell him? It'll only take an hour.
The threshold is crossed. It cannot be uncrossed. And if you think I'm spending another minute on that plank of wood today, you are dead wrong.
Yeah, you're always right, Shelda. Snorpy knows we got this. He'd want us to keep exploring. Huh. Looks like there's a way across up there. Let's check it out, bro. Do we need to light that thing up? I bet Snorpy's drip shot could do it. Nice! The last one across is a rotten angler!
Well, would you look at that? Some kind of ancient maze carving. With moving parts and everything.
Well, whoever built it put it directly in our way. Chandlo, you excel in brute force. Destroy this.
You got it, Floof Dog!
Call me Floof Dog again and see what happens.
Now hold on there. Let's not go smashing the priceless antiques just yet. Looks like you could fit your buggy ball down there in the entrance. I bet if we solve this maze, something real interesting is gonna happen. Goodness, that mechanism still works after all this time? Not to mention the water damage. If that's just the door, who knows what historical goodies we'll find inside there?
Whoa! It's a jungle out there!
Oh, goodness. To think that this whole valley was underwater not that long ago. I can even see evidence of civilization from who knows when. Oh, check out that impressive-looking temple up there.
One is more concerned with the ominous crater that lies beneath.
If my eyes do not deceive me, I believe I've spotted new varieties of Bugsnaxs as well.
New Bugsnaxs? Sick! Think they could be dangerous?
There's an easy way to find out.
Well, before we get too ahead of ourselves, we might want to set up a base camp.
A wonderful idea. One could use time to recenter.
5 minutes in, and you already need a nap. Leave the labor to the productive members of society, then.
Oh, please don't start this again.
Bros! Come check this out! You seeing what I'm seeing? It's bunger time!
Excellent. Why don't you go and fetch it for us, Chandlo?
Way ahead of you, dog!
Oh, dear. You better go follow and help him out. We'll stay up here and start setting up camp.
Wait, is it just me? Or is that bunger way bigger than normal? Ooh. Ow! My muscles and my bones! Where am I? I hit some kind of statue room? Looks like she's holding a thing. I don't know what that is, but try throwing it at the big bunger. Maybe that'll do something. All right, bro. You got bunger, I got hunger. Now bunger me, bro! So good! That's a whole meal in one bite! We gotta tell the others about this. Plus, I should probably help unpack. Did you all see that? Giant Bugsnaxs! Even the bungers out here are as big as Mama Melon!
Gosh, we might be witnessing a prehistoric species somehow preserved at the bottom of the ocean.
Aha! That would align with my theory on the correlation between age and size.
The lost sister of Snacktooth lies unburied. Yet you marvel at the engorgement of the toxins that dance on her grave.
The lost what now?
Tell me, Chandlo, How did you come to capture this specimen?
We found a jar of some kind of small dust. It came out of this old lady statue thing.
A statue, eh? What did it look like?
Like a big friendly grumpus lady with flowers all around her.
No.
That sounds like it could be a shrine to Mother Nature.
Whoa. Shelda, that's your thing.
No.
But why would Mother Nature, noted despiser of Bugsnaxs, be dispensing Bugsnax catching equipment? Shelda, your god is a hypocrite.
Silence, you wretch! The Mother guides, the Mother protects. If you so doubt, then one will wield the light of truth against your blasphemy.
Okay, then. I guess Shelda's gonna go check out those shrines. Meanwhile, I gotta go take a look at all the ruins around here. There's so much ancient history to uncover. I'm giddy just thinking about it.
I am fascinated by this shrink spice and its effects on snack matter. If I can determine exactly what it's made of, I'm certain we will have much use for it.
All right, bros. I know I'm not a scientist, but I got a hypothesis. If this island can make Big Bunger, can it make Big Chandlo?
That's not what a hypothesis is. Honestly, what does my brother see in you?
Oh, hush. I'm sure it's worth a try. Well then, let's get to it. Oh, thank goodness you're here. I'd say it's high time we get to exploring. I see another maze blocking the way deeper into the jungle. I bet if we solve it, we'll find something real exciting. I'll go ahead and make my way over to the maze. Meet me there when you're ready for some puzzling.
This shrinking spice intrigues me. What substance could produce such a pronounced effect on Bugsnaxs? From what I observe, it was manufactured by ancient grumpuses, so surely it'll be simple to recreate. Shelda, know anything useful? You can be quite funny on occasion. Frivolities aside, I require a sample of shrink spice for study. Bring a specimen here and place it into my trough. It seems this substance becomes quite volatile when removed from its origin. A flaw in its design, perhaps. How troublesome. I may need to employ a more direct method of study. By which I mean, bring another sample here and throw it at me before it combusts. Yes, I'm told physical violence can be quite cathartic. Since the spice causes no apparent harm to Bugsnaxs, I am reasonably certain that I will be fine.
Bro, I gotta see if eating these big Bugsnaxs will make me Big Chandlo. I saw this huge snack lifting stuff near the river. Big lifting? You know I gotta get me some of that!
One must see what lies within those supposed shrines to Mother Nature. Not shrines destroyed and forgotten, but one untouched by the ravages of time. One can see it up along the river's path. That is the place we must meet. However, the shrine is beyond one's reach. Yet again, you must remove an obstacle that shrouds the path.
Whoa! That was a close call. I gotta be honest, in all my years of archaeology, that was my first run-in with a giant rolling ball. Phew. Kinda nice to be away from the others for a minute. The arguing can be, distracting, you know? Oh, goodness, no. Chandlo's a delight. Though he does insist on working out at 4 a.m. every morning, and he only has one volume. Gosh, I don't know. I feel like I ought to be taking more of a leadership role out here. But I do all my best work when I'm alone. But why talk about all that unpleasantness when we could be neck deep in some dusty corpses? The maze is right there. Ooh, we hit the archaeological jackpot. Ooh, let's go inside, scan around, and see just what kind of ruin this is. Judging by what we've seen, I'd say this was a communal living space. One of the few that wasn't utterly destroyed anyway. And gosh, technology and culture are so much more advanced than what we've seen so far. This city must have been the center of Stone Grumpus society. And at the very center, the temple, possibly led by a priestess of Mother Nature. That's a great question. There's definitely easier ways to lock a door. But seeing as this was the height of their craftsmanship, it's possible they built those mazes just to show off. I don't know too much, but I'll say it's one of the world's oldest practicing religions. I'm sure Shelda could tell you more about it. But on that subject, it's odd I never saw hide nor hair of Mother Nature back on Snacktooth. It's possible she showed up relatively late in their culture, adding to the existing worship of Bugsnaxs. Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Never look a gift temple in the gateway, as Grandma used to say. I'll meet you by the entrance, yeah?
Ah! The goggles! They do nothing! Ah! If you couldn't tell, that was rather unpleasant. However, having experienced that, I have learned two very important facts. One, the substance does not work on grumpuses. Two, I should not do that again. I am no closer to obtaining a usable sample of shrink spice. However, I believe we may learn something from the local Bugsnaxs. Use the shrink spice to capture one Chedorb and one Millimochi. Then transform me with those specimens.
The path once more revealed, and yet no less treacherous. One's heart is filled with dread for the truths yet unknown within the river shrine. Nevertheless, we must push forward.
Whoa! Remind me to ask Snorpy for one of those grapplers.
Oh, yeah! I can feel the lifting energy inside me. But I didn't get bigger at all. I guess I didn't get huge eating that big bunger either. You know what, bro? I'm just gonna admit to myself that it's not gonna work and move on. Guess that means my investigation's over already. What do I do now? Bro, if I can't handle Big Bunger, I don't stand a chance against the rest. Goals for the future, maybe. I'm already helping where I can, bro, but I'm not a scientist. Floofty said if I touched their lab again, they'd give me an excoriating worthy of my fatuity. Relax, huh? I guess it's been a while since I just chilled. I've been so busy, fixing up Snacksburg, training, life coaching, and, you know, I've always got to take care of Snorpy. What the grump? Let's hang! We ought to shoot some hoops! All right! Hoops, 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 hoops! You know the rules, dog. We're gonna take turns shooting hoops. First one to make 5 baskets wins. Go ahead and shoot your first shot. My turn! Nice, 1 point! You got 1 point! My turn! 2 points for me! That's 2 points for you, bro! My turn! I got 3 points! 3 points, dog! My turn! Ah, 4 points for the Chan Man! You got 4 points! My turn! And swish! 5 points, Chandler! And that's the game! Don't feel bad, bro. I'm sure you'll crush it next time. Thanks for playing with me, bro. Now that we're done hanging, I gotta get back to Snacksburg. I gotta go check on Snorpy. Yeah, I know. Shelda pulled a muscle trying to pick up a leaf. But they'd still have you? Oh, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. This is the longest I've been away from Snorpy in years. And he's not okay without me. How about this? I'm gonna need some big energy for the trip back. You get me 2 of the biggest, strongest Bugsnaxs on this island, and I'll stick around till I'm fueled up. Oh, Grump. I think I ate too much. So good, though. No regrets! Hey, while you were out there, I've been thinking. Before I go, I need some major guidance. Normally, there's stuff I can't talk about because Snorpy's always listening in. So, if not now, when? Alright, Shelda's waiting. Hey, Sheldog, can I get some of your wisdom?
Always, my child.
I'm worried about Snorpy.
Once more shall you be reminded. Snorpy is safer than we, Chandlo. Ease your burden.
That's not what I mean. I'm worried about the way he's been. All the paranoid stuff, the anxiety. I thought bringing Snorpy out here, out into nature, it might mellow him out. Flush all the bad vibes out of his system. But it's only gotten worse. I've known Snorpy all my life, but it feels like he's getting further away from me and I just don't know what to do.
One must, in the path of the mother. No, hold on. One does not want one's words to be misinterpreted when one says, that boy needs therapy.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I'm trying to do that. I make sure he's safe, I listen to his problems, I try to help him feel valid, all that stuff.
Chandlo, you are strong and wise and wonderful, and you can do everything to support him. But you cannot fix him. Understand? Snorpy is lost in a maze of his own making, and it will take a professional to help him escape.
That's a lot to take in. I need to think about it. Thanks for your wisdom, Shelda.
You'll thank me when you actually take my advice.
Hey, bro. While I'm still out here, I want to talk to Triffany and Floofty too. There's still more I gotta know, you know?
Decently competent work. Unfortunately, any remnants of the spice seem to have been digested, but this too yields interesting results. In their shrunken state, the Bugsnaxs here are not fundamentally different from those on Snacktooth proper. I am still forming my hypotheses, but I presume the process is endemic to this island, and the spice was created to inhibit it. None beyond the usual. After all, Chandlo ate a Bunga Royale as soon as we arrived, and he seems alive and well. It will be simple. I am merely exhausting every avenue of study. It's called being thorough. Look it up. Now, I've observed chocolants capable of maintaining a small size. This may present a more stable vessel for the spice. Regrettably, I must not eat it, delicious though it may be. So bring one to my science trough, please. At last, a viable sample! Now I can extract the powder and finally put this mystery to rest. This requires my utmost concentration, and you ask far too many questions. You may return when I've found my answer.
Oh, thanks for meeting me out here. I guess if it's just you and me, I can keep it casual. Oh, the front entrance to this place looks too strenuous for these old bones. But I believe there's a side entrance into the shrine. When you find it, can you please open it for me? This place. It's almost identical to the shrines I used to visit in my youth. But it's been twisted, corrupted. Here, Mother Nature is the bringer of Bugsnaxs. The stories they passed down, the warnings about the toxin, they must have come from experience. Yes, the place where I learned about the beauty and wisdom of this world. I hear it's a parking lot now. No. The Mother is of purest light. Her ageless wisdom vastly predates these vile monstrosities. But her followers are a different story. No one starts life on the path. That's why we all need guidance. I grew up hearing stories about the dangers of Snacktooth Island, passed down through the oral tradition from those who survived it. Not that many did survive it. Just enough to give one very clear message. The toxin must not be consumed. Because it will lead to your doom. What doom? I do not know. The story's gotten frustratingly vague over time. I did! Every day at the top of my lungs! It's all of you who didn't listen. It wasn't really a raffle, I can tell you that. Come with me to the crater. There's something else I want to see. Yes, this is the place. In the stories, they called this island Broken Tooth. So the story goes, the toxin's influence grew so great and powerful that the sun itself went dark. And so Mother Nature unleashed her wrath on her errant followers, purging the toxin and sending everything to the depths of the ocean. But that story never sat right with me. Destroying followers who stray? That isn't the Mother I know. She's not the bringer of Bugsnaxs either. The ancients can't even get their story straight. So what am I supposed to believe? If I can't rely on the wisdom of those past, then all that's left is my own experience. I need to meditate. Child, if you would do me a kindness. You see that eggler shell? I need you to crack open 3 of them. This time it's not a metaphor.
Oh, hey! You can see the camp from up here. At a nice, safe distance. Anywho, there should be a mechanism here that'll get us through that door. Might be a bit of a jog, though. Way to go! That was some fancy footwork. Oh, wow. Okay, this time the ancient architects were definitely showing off. But you know, this ludicrously complex maze tells me that whatever's in the temple beyond is just that important. So you know the drill. Let's get to solving. Nice job! You know, it took all my willpower not to just jump in and do it myself. Anywho, the way is open, so let's get going. Well, that's a kick in the teeth. So much for seeing the temple. Judging by the bodies, this collapse must have happened when folks were still living here. Maybe the crater is connected somehow. Come to think of it, we didn't find a single corpse back in the commune. Where'd all those grumpuses get to? Well then, I'm not about to let this mystery go unsolved. I've just gotta roll up my sleeves and clear this rubble myself. Oh no, we don't need to trouble everybody with all this. I know my way around ruins. I'll be just fine on my own. You just leave this to me. Go on about your day, and I'll have it done in a jiff, okay?
Blast it all! I do not need your distractions. I've obtained dried particles of plant slurry, but I have no way to analyze them. It's like living in the Stone Age out here. Perhaps if I had a particle separator, an electron microscope, and a degree in botany. Bah, plants are not my area of expertise. You cannot be serious. I would sooner eat my bow tie than listen to a word of Shelda's advice. That was clearly a statement of hyperbole. I very much like this bow tie, and I will not eat it even if doing so wins an argument. Ha! If Shelda knows the secret of the shrink spice, I will eat my bow tie. Very well. Since you clearly won't stop pestering me about this, let us go see Shelda.
One senses the reek of a foul presence.
Cease your hostilities, Shelda. I am here on business. I've been informed that you may possess a rudimentary understanding of phytochemical reactions, which I am in need of.
Strike the stars from the sky! The Wicked One has come to me for guidance. But surely one's ancient ways are far too primitive compared to the miracles of modern science.
I do not appreciate your sarcasm. If you do not wish to help me, then simply say so and be gone with you.
One would never. It is one's path to offer guidance to all who seek it, no matter how undeserving they may be.
Very well. Then I require an analysis of the shrink spice. Tell me what is in it, and be quick about it. Please.
Yes. A poultice made in the herbological traditions of the mother. Though its purpose I cannot condone. If that is what you desire, then one will enter the olfactory realm to find the answers you seek.
Waft. Don't sniff.
I know that. So many subtle aromas. Witch hazel, cinnamon, black tea, each a natural remedy for inflammation. And among these astringents, oil of vitriol.
Oil of vitriol? That's sulfuric acid. A common but powerful desiccant. That certainly explains the burning sensation.
Floofty, did you tell the journalist to throw acid at you?
Well, this has been surprisingly not a waste of time. I am going to leave now. I may call on your services again.
And you're welcome.
Oh? I suppose it was only a matter of time. Tell Chandlo I will be with him shortly. Are we here to speak ill of my brother? I will gladly go first. Complaint 1 of 294.
No, that's not why I asked you here. But I do want to talk about Snorpy. He wasn't like this when we were kids, right? I mean, he wasn't always so on edge, was he?
Snorpington has always had his imagination and his moral compass. But no, I suppose he's gotten markedly more distraught since our project's dissolution.
What happened between you two? I mean, I heard some of it from him, but I always wanted to hear your side too. And Snorpy doesn't really like me talking to you.
Oh, I'm aware. I have a pile of threatening letters to that effect. However, I will gladly take this opportunity to set the record straight. We were working together on a government-funded research project. Advanced prosthetics that are 10 times stronger than an ordinary Grumpus. But our dear Snorpington discovered that the government had less than savory plans for that technology. And despite my protestations, he tried to make those plans public knowledge.
Well, yeah, I don't blame him. Even you gotta admit, that's pretty jacked up, dog.
Am I the world's only optimist? That technology would have saved lives. If it must either exist with some consequences or not exist at all, I think the choice is clear.
Easy to say when you aren't the one living with the consequences.
Yeah, where did you come from? Shoo! Unfortunately, Snorpington agreed with you. He tried to play whistleblower, but before he could make a sound, we were both fired. And after that, there was a campaign to slander both of us, to discredit any allegations he might still make.
So, there really was a conspiracy against you two?
If you must call it that. But only the most boring sort with paperwork and lawsuits.
Still, That means it's not all in his head.
Don't mistake justification for reason. Snorpington has moved well beyond the realities of our situation.
All right, Flifty. Thanks for telling me all that.
Happy to have enlightened you. Honestly, I expected this conversation to involve more shouting and headlocks.
Nah, not this time. We're cool. But hey, we should talk more often. And maybe I can show you how to headlock me.
Perhaps. But for now, my work beckons.
Oh, it's not going too good. I'm starting to worry I might never see the inside of this temple. Knowing them, they'd go and whip up some chemical that dissolves rocks and only takes 3/4 of their blood to make. It's safer for them if I don't ask. Could be, but I don't know that I need even more riddles to solve. Besides, I've heard the sounds her back makes. She could really use a lie down. I don't know, maybe he could. But if I put him in any danger, Snorpy's gonna hear about it. And then I'll hear about it every day for the rest of my life. Oh, I was afraid you'd say that. Sure, teamwork would really help out here. But those grumps can't go more than an hour without starting a big fight, and I just freeze up. You know, I'm an expert in my field and all, but I'm not a management type. It's better if I just concentrate on my work and let them cool off on their own. To be honest, no, I don't. These kind of spats, they just fester and grow, and before you know it, civilization collapses. Look, some folks just don't get along. Some mysteries just go unsolved. There's nothing I can really do about it. But at least we gave it a shot. I'll see you back at the camp.
Oh, thank you. I know that wasn't an easy task. Bugsnaxs are so often in the shape of unliving things, but somehow these shells are just shells. They're also the only good source of calcium on this island. Don't judge me. I'm fighting osteoporosis. Anyway, I've centered my thoughts. I want to know for myself what Bugsnaxs are, whether they're of the mother or not. I'm going to need that big old nasty flying Bugsnax. Please, bring it to the Box of Purity when you get the chance.